just like you. Today's the day to feel alive again. Guys, it's time to feel amazing and crush this new year. Call my team right now and let us treat you to an unforgettable experience. Dial 423-402-9720 or go to ChattanoogaMen'sClinic.com.
Local 3 News, because local matters.
It's the Hard Knock Life.
Annie is coming to the Memorial Auditorium, and you could win a pair of tickets from Local 3. Experience Annie, the best-loved Broadway musical of all time. Enter every day at local3news.com.
So you're kind of getting a sense of what you find when you come here to Norspring DiStefano. Now let's talk the very personal side of things, because we're inside Hex Performance, talking with Blake Woodruff. Thanks for letting us come your way. There was a client walking out as we were coming in, and I kind of had fun looking at her because she seemed to be getting a bit of a workout, but your attention to her never left. You're really watching in these personal training sessions.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, it's very specific. So for that individual, she was coming off a PT. She just had a hip replacement. So the specificity behind her programming is very specific. And so the attentive to her movement to make sure the right muscular system's contracting, her mechanics are efficient. I mean, it goes very, very intuitive with the program and how she's going to end up benefiting in the end.
So you see everyone, you told me, from a 7-year-old to an 87-year-old. When people come through, they can opt for a group program, or they can do individual.
They can do individual, yes, ma'am. So typically the group, everybody's kind of categorized on age and gender and fitness level. So unlike just coming into like a boot camp or something like that, everybody in the group is on the same fitness level. For example, my tennis ladies, they're all in their mid-50s. They all play tennis, so they all have like a single goal at hand. Of course, some of them are coming off of surgery, so some of the movements are tailored specific to them. But as far as the group stuff, everything is specific, again, to the individual, but in a group setting with everybody on the same trajectory and goal.
It kind of seems like we've had this evolution in the country where we understand that what you put in is what you get out. So we're talking about that in all forms of things here at the facility here. This is truly a life gain when people come to you. Like, I might come to you because I'm in my mid-50s and I probably fit the profile for osteoporosis one day. I want to ward that off.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. So from a medical standpoint, osteoporosis is obviously a reoccurring thing, especially in 50s and 60s and 70-year-olds. And so, yeah, we try to fight that disease from escalating to when they're in their 70s and 80s, when a fall might break a hip. So establishing a strong foundation now is going to build decade to decade as they get older.
I'm guessing that over the length of time, you begin to really know the clients. Y'all form a relationship of your own.
Absolutely. And that's part of one of the best and the worst things about this business is you form relationships with them and you get to understand their families. And a lot of them attend, when we have babies and stuff like that. I mean, everybody's just like, it's a community in the end.
Right.
And it's special because we all have each other's backs, and these relationships, that's the whole purpose behind this.
Okay, so these are unrehearsed questions. The lady that was here a minute ago, you mentioned she was recovering from a procedure. So often physical therapy is ordered after that. Is that something they can bring to you, or are you in a different echelon than a physical therapist?
Yeah, so I'm in a different echelon, but they kind of correlate and blend. That's what me and HighFlex have kind of established, is this relationship where it's almost like a bridge between the gap of, okay, what happens after physical therapy to create longevity for the future.
Right.
So most of the time people do physical therapy, they get discharged, and then there's this like gap of period where they don't know what to do, or they just don't do their exercises.
Right.
So that's where this comes into play as that bridge to create a sense of discipline and structure again on top of physical therapy, and to build upon what they've already established. And add strength and mobility and balance to what they've already created.
I'm looking around the room at all the apparatus that's in here. The key is knowing how to use it properly.
Yes,
to
ma'am.
guide people through.
Yes, ma'am.
Does it take a long time before people begin to feel that strength coming in?
Guidance is a good word that you use, because essentially I'm just a guide in their process to becoming healthier. But I would say 2 weeks, usually people start feeling the benefits of good posture, and their muscles are recruiting the way that they're supposed to. But a lot of it's just progressive overload. So you just progress the individual with no weight to 5 pounds to 10 pounds, and then it's just this progressive period.
So some people will end up coming in here and experiencing all that Norspring and DiStefano have to offer. Some people watching might go, "Ooh, he needs to be my first stop here." Can they just come to you directly when they call the number? Can they just ask for you?
Absolutely. We have a system where if they call Patrick or anybody at the front desk, I will get their name and number, and I will personally reach out to them and set up their consultation and assessment.
How long have you been here?
I've been here, this is my second week here
What?
in this facility.
You're brand new.
So we're brand new to this. I was off Riverfront Parkway for 4 years, and so we've kind of established this team all around us, and now it's we're going on our 3rd week here, so
Well,
it's a blessing.
I did not know the answer to that question,
Yes,
so I'm
ma'am.
glad I asked it
Yes, ma'am.
because does it surprise you when you came here for the first time? Could you quite believe the oasis they've created here?
It was kind of this vision that we all had together because everything was like being built out around this vision that we had of creating a holistic approach to medicine and physical, emotional, psychological being. And so it's just been in the works for about a year now, and to see it play out, it's incredible. I think it's exceeded all of our expectations.
It's a pretty cool place.
Yes, ma'am.
Thanks for letting us interrupt your schedule
Yes,
for a
ma'am.
little while this morning.
Absolutely.
Okay, here's how you'll find Blake. His information there on your screen. And our tour is only beginning. So thanks so much. We're back after this.
Technology has greatly changed the world we live in. Unfortunately, though, we see the unintended consequences caused by cell phones on a daily basis. The law is on your side. At Wedemark Keith, it's more to us. It's personal.
Feels good to be home.
Ashley's President's Day sale is going on now. With everything on sale, you'll find huge deals throughout the store, including hot buys now up to 50% off. The President's Day sale going on now. Only